everybody. This is Imran Jamil once again from Makkah, Saudi Arabia. And I just wanted to mention that you probably must have seen a lot of vlogs from all around the globe. People coming to Makkah and showing exactly how the pilgrimage is done, how the umrah is done, and things like that. But I don't think that I've seen any videos of foreigners coming here and doing it by road and sharing the experience of how it is to drive in Makkah. And it reminds me of a lot of cities around the world, but the worst parts of a lot of cities as far as driving is concerned, as far as the infrastructure is concerned, it has significantly improved. There's only so much you can do with this amount of people coming in every year. Alright, so we have left our hotel in Jeddah, going to Al Jaffa, where the mikat is. It's about 100 miles from where we are, a little less than 100 miles from exact location where we are. And that is the place where we will put ihram, and then there's another 2-hour drive to Makkah from there. So we got roughly about 4 hours worth of drive, maybe 3.5, and long day ahead, long evening ahead. It's already almost 3:22. We just stopped to get some snacks on the way, got some gas or petrol. Now we're nearing the town, about 20 minutes away, or 20 miles, a little over 20 miles. That's another annoyance. People just wander around on the highway like that. Alright, we're finally approaching our exit to the mikat.
And now we're inside the city limits of Makkah.
That's the clock tower you can see from here. I don't know if that's the one. Yeah, that is the one.
Yeah. Getting closer to the clock tower.
So we just did umrah and now we're heading out. It's almost 1:23. We're heading out to eat something. So this is from the hotel, direct pathway in front of Haram, right there. So you don't have to go out. And they have the history of Holy Quran over here. It's different from different eras. I mean, version is the same, but specific. Beautifully decorated, this hotel. So this is the view right out. That's the clock tower. So it's really centrally located and right into the compound. Look at that, still a lot of people. There's always people over here, no matter what time of the night. So let's see what we find to eat. There's some food places over here as well. And let's see, what does the tower has? What a beautiful place this is. MashaAllah. Subhanallah. The shops are closed. So over here, yeah, that's some legitimate food, man. They're still open. I mean, there's a bunch of them over there, but I don't want to walk all the way there now. This is a huge place, man. They have it over there. Where to start from? Came with the intention of just eating some yogurt and milk and things like that, but man, couldn't help myself. All right, so we're trying to get out of Makkah. And look at the traffic. It does show because of the road closures that they have all around. Okay, finally got out of that bad patch. Hopefully there will be no more. Oh, okay. I was about to say they've done a good job managing traffic, but you know, the closures because of the construction, I guess this is to be expected. And then people over here have no sense. They would just stop anywhere, they would just come in front of you anywhere and start having discussions. So this was the, I guess, hotel. Look at that. Okay. अब ये देखो, yeah, he's coming on a motorcycle. See, people are getting off. My God. I mean, this is a tunnel, for God's sake. Look at that. Turning around from wherever they want. Okay. You have to go right. Okay. Solid lines or lines of any kind don't mean anything, huh? Okay. Then look at that taxi driver.
It's not this one.
Nobody is following any rules whatsoever. Look at that. They just block traffic. This is unbelievable. It's a beautiful sight though. I can't believe, I mean, these roads used to be very, very narrow. This is Al-Aziziyah. Generally this area is used for the Hujjaj during Hajj. If you don't have a, you know, one of the lower packages or normal packages, people basically stay over here in these little hotels. Look at this. I've never seen greenery on these mountains. And now I think it's raining so much it's turning green. And people who live in other countries or around lush plantation would not understand that what greenery am I talking about, but just the green layer of grass on these mountains is unbelievable. So now finally we got to a nice road, and they're doing a lot of construction around Makkah and they've expanded it, so credit must be given. Obviously during this phase, which is never ending in Makkah, that's the issue. So all of these were really just barren mountains and nothing else, and they're making roads around the buildings, around everything else, around old neighborhoods, and basically replacing them with new buildings in some cases. Overall, well done, because the amount of people that come each year is definitely very challenging to keep them coming, as well as continue the construction and try to improve the infrastructure somehow. Coming from United States, you know, we go to places like New York and LA and other big cities, and we complain about the traffic patterns as well as the driving sense and everything. But when you come and drive around these cities in some parts of the world, you realize that we still have a really decent system even in the worst parts of cities that we have. But yeah, it's getting to a point where it's unbearable in some cities in the United States as well. But over here, that's the norm. So I just keep that in mind, and that's why I found this so interesting. Now we're, look at this. Look at this. Did you see that? This guy is on the shoulder. And this is a check post. So I did the same thing, unfortunately. Otherwise I would be stuck in traffic. So see these people? So this is what I'm talking about. So I guess, as they say, it ain't over till it's over. And that's how the traffic tales are going right now from Makkah. It makes me realize that one of the easiest things in the world is to break the rules, is to not follow any guidelines. There are others on the road, there are other people, and it's when you live your life and follow the guidelines so that you're not a nuisance to anybody else. And this is where the civic sense is so important. Now, it's not just about traffic, it's about everything. It's about the overall behavior, demeanor. But with that being said, I'm gonna have to be in that same mode over here, otherwise you can't survive. So this is the problem that people have also, that they're like, oh, they should have done this, they should have known this, they should not have done that. No, I mean, you're in a different culture. Either you're just, or you're gonna be really paranoid, and you're gonna be upset. So don't be upset, have patience and enjoy, because this sort of driving freedom you will not find in the United States and other developed countries. And this is a developed country actually, but the overall mindset doesn't change just because you have money or the country has money. But we are out of the city bounds, so hopefully it will be fine till Jeddah, which is about another, I would say, 35-40 minutes. You talk about daredevils, you talk about thrilling rides, you talk about challenges, you get all of that combination in a couple of days of driving in countries like this. Makkah is no exception, and it's a great place. I would want to come here again and again. And after this experience, believe it or not, I would probably drive every time because of the convenience. Yes, there are certain times of the year where I would not suggest to even my worst enemy, and that would be the Ramadan time. And obviously you can't do much during Hajj because all the road closures and everything else is changed, and then they don't even allow visitors within the, I think, 4 or 5 miles vicinity. Only local cars and local taxis can go, so it's not worth trying to drive to Makkah during those times. But otherwise it's really worth it. Parking is expensive, hotels are expensive, but overall convenience that you get cannot be undermined. Look at that, those camels grazing in the wild. That's a sight. All right, everybody, so I think this finally ends the coverage of driving tales in Makkah, or visiting Makkah by road. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, to be honest with you, despite the traffic and some frustration there, some frustration with the overall attitudes and behaviors on the road. But that's what made it more enjoyable, because look at it from this angle, that there are very few places where you would have this kind of freedom of driving and the understanding. Like, nobody minds if you cut somebody off. Nobody minds if they're going on a high-speed road and you just pull in front of them just because, you know, there's a long line of traffic and you don't want to wait. People will stop. So from that perspective, thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I'm saying that if you like, please share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon and keep checking, because I'm gonna bring more spice to the travels that I do and bring something unique in each vlog. We'll pick it up from Jeddah, and by the time we get there to the time that we leave for Karachi.